I'm sure you come back again could be due to I don't do my job well, or you have something more you wanted to find out, you know. So feel free to share. May I ask anybody here, you have been getting involved before with household air purifier, selling air purifier, selling, no? Use air purifier at home? Yes. Any user, existing user? The reason why I ask so is because later on you may have some question related to your experience. Because during my training, I'm very concerned about user experience. 消费者的经验, user experience. The reason is because if we understand the user experience better, meaning that you will sell better. Okay? So I'm sure today, today you are here. I'm not too sure whether you know why you are here. Are you sure? You must be very sure you spend 2 hours, could be you spend half a day today with me. The purpose is we want to transfer the knowledge that I have about more than 25 years applied research into air purification technology and to you within these few hours. I feel very sorry if I'm loading you too much, but that's a gain. For sure you will gain today. As I say, in Malaysian market, basically, if you wanted to sell air purifier household, I believe the market have many models, right? Many models. So how can you differentiate our AspenAire compared with the competitors? I hope after go through this section of training, I will pose you some very simple questions. Then I hope at the end of the day, after the training, when you go back to sell air purifier, you can make use of the knowledge so that to put you to be more professional. Last few days when I came back, I went to one shop. We don't quote any names. I just walked in. I asked for about air purifiers. So that the shopkeeper told me, this is a leaflet for you. You please read. I said, can you explain this? He said, no, I'm not too sure what is inside. But they give me a very good suggestion. They say, log on to internet. Internet got many information. After you read that one, if you want, you still come back to me. This is my contact. You think this is the right way of selling air purifier, but that is a situation here. But if you ask me, if you're using this method can sell professionally, I doubt so, right? Okay, I doubt so. Okay. So always remember today you are here, basically the purpose is to get the knowledge transfer, to train you to be more professional. More professional from my years of experience, meaning that if you sell one air purifier to one family, the other family will introduce your contact and then you will sell to other families. Because they rely on you, they trust you. They trust you because of your knowledge and your professionalism. Always remember when you become an air purifier seller, I started selling air purifier during the H1N1. You know, until today, okay? So today training, as I say, we will divide into 5 sections. So first, as I say, please make sure you know the purpose you are here, okay? And then also, I will give you some briefing about industrial background. If you want to sell certain product in a market which is people selling many years, if you're not too sure about the industrial background, you will face a lot of questions the customer asks you, you cannot answer. So I will give you some industrial background training, and also I will give you more focus on the AspenAire, this AspenAire. Why so special? Why you want to buy this air purifier? Why you have to let go the rest of the air purifier? So I think this is your job, okay? And also, you look at the market existingly. You look at the market existingly, we have, many other big brands, okay? Then people will ask you, where your air purifier is manufactured. Then they will start questioning you because you are the new player. AspenAire, I never heard before. So that I will give you some introductions about factory, the background. So you think the existing competitors is more specialized, or our product is more manufactured in a specialized manner, so that you will have the confidence to sell the product. Okay. And the last section, of course, then like what Jessica is mentioning just now, there's a Q&A section. Okay. Now I will give you a very quick introductions about myself, Dr. Chin here. My years of experience is basically in the application research, specialized on technology application and commercialization in the areas of air purification, water purification, and consumable products, plus of course agriculture. Okay, over the years. And I'm so sorry, the other two experts of mine, they couldn't make it today. So they have other things in China, and this one is in other country. So today I will in charge for this presentation. As I say, my profession is basically an environmental professional, and actually related to this institute. And then very soon you were able to find my details in this particular network under environmental professional in Europe. Okay. So hopefully by end of this year, my final. Today, what the training conducted here is contributed to my continued professional development towards the year end. They will award me as an environmental scientist, Malaysia. Okay. So this is something over the years what we have contributed to the body of knowledge. Okay. And in fact, for these particular products, the background now is we are talking about the background. It's basically consists of Chypros Group and the Xiamen Walker Groups of company. Because to manufacture this product, you need many experts, not just me alone. So basically, this is a mission statement of Chypros Group. You can see that we are talking about safety, health, and environment. We say SHE, PROS, product and professional and product solution. Okay. So basically, we are talking about environmental protection. In overall, our mission emphasizes on total sustainability. Okay, I don't go through all this with you in details, but okay, basically this is Chypros Group's company. In USA, in Malaysia, the United States, China, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and Australia. Basically these are the companies that we have within the groups, and the product we distributed basically is currently is quite worldwide. Okay, just now I give you some idea of the background is when someone asks you who is working with you for this product, at least you have some idea that these people, their background, their background, okay? And the other thing is, looking at the background again, our specialization in the areas of air purification, personal care, household, waste treatment, automotive, and the rest of it, more and more. But one thing good about our solution is 100% green technology. Meaning that plant-based, 100% plant-based, 100% natural minerals, 100% food grade. So this is the technology right now in the market. I think it's quite a rare player, at this present moment. But today I will more focus on the, these are some of the recognition and some of the players that we supply the technology and products to. I'm not going through with you. It's just a look. Okay. Basically, this is a factory, where it produces this air purifier. Basically, this factory, majority of the export is go to Europe, USA, Europe. China market only cover 11%. So you can see that the percentage of the export, from the Chypros Walker, is more on Europe. Okay. You see the brand of the product it supplies. Okay, it's basically all world player. Just now you look at some of those earlier slides that I show you, Chypros. In fact, basically Chypros, all the technology and customer also global player, world number one, world number one, world number two. Okay. The parts that they are doing for car. Actually, for your information, why I emphasize this is, if a person can do the plastic part for the car, the plastic tooling for the product sure nice one. Because of the know-how, high precision. Okay, so that's why I give you some idea. Okay, just now very short, I think just 5 minutes, just wanted to give you an idea. When someone tell you your product is how you manufacture, at least you have some idea on the filter technology. There is a group of specialized people who work with us. Come to manufacturing, there is a very big company that have been manufactured for many export to Europe and USA company, big brand. So why I want to tell you that is because of confidence. From the filter technology, you know who you work with. We are the specialists. We are not the electrical appliances manufacturer. We are the air treatment specialists. Okay, we supply technology to big boy in the world. Okay, such as York Johnson Control, world #1 using our technology. And if you talk about the production, you see, a person can export 70% of their export to Europe and America. You think their quality is not good? No. They do medical instrumentation, they do car industry, automotive parts. So, can you imagine you bring these two group of people come into this product? Do you think this product will be a lousy product? Alright? So now, let's say we go to the market now. If someone to tell you, hey, Malaysian market, there's many big boys playing there. Are you confident to sell? Are you confident? Because when you sell a product, you must sell your confidence. Because in front of you, there is a big boys, there is an existing player already there. How can you convince yourself before you convince your client? So you must have some idea about this product, who is manufacturer, filter, who is the groups of companies working on it, who are the specialists, and then who are the big boy making this product. So I'm sure with that you have the confidence. Okay, so far alright? Okay, so the first section you must have an idea who is making this unit. The filter, who is involving. Okay, basically for both company, the groups of company, they are the specialists. They only do air purification. Okay. So, and before I enter into this industrial background, anybody can share with me why I telling you industrial background? You just think I'm selling air purifier only. Why you tell me about industrial background? The reason is like that. When you go to the market, many buyers of yours, they will tell you a lot of information from the industrial background. This one got this one, this model have this one, this model have this one. So you want to sell AspenAire to them. If you have no idea at all what is happening in the past, you have no way to convince them. You will like what I'm telling you just now. I give you a leaflet, you go and read yourself, or either, hey, best, you got a handphone, log onto the internet, you read first. This is my contact. I don't think this is the right way of selling your professionalism. Okay? The reason why I say keep on telling you that professional is because this product, I believe, the value in the market, I think you all know about it. Okay? I don't know whether can I say this is considered a more upmarket product. Okay? Upmarket product. When you're looking for an upmarket product, people will expect more, such as the product is different and the knowledge you know. Being a person you're selling, can you tell me why you sell at this price? You know. So I think this is something industrial background become one of the areas that you must have some idea. The reason is because after we do the research in the market, we found that from the old day, when people go and buy a purifier, they say, can solve the problem, okay already lah. Okay, this is initially people's expectation. Later on, because of competition, I need more feature. Do you have this? Do you have that? Do you have this? Do you very noisy? I sleep, I cannot have light. You know, do you have all these features? I think all these features, you know. Then the other one, which is you can see that the people's expectation is keep on moving up. Okay, moving up. Later on they say, I want it to be smarter. Can you all have this feature, that feature? Can it be connected to mobile phone or not? You know, with apps and things like that. Now, actually people after having a better quality of life, culture and understanding, they will start to ask to be more safer. I think most of the people, when they come to this area to be more safer, they're very particular about cancerous. And they want to be more safer for housewives. They're very particular because why? Their children got problem. Agree or not? They got asthma, they got sinus, and then they come back, they sleep, they couldn't sleep very well. So, in fact, you look at in the market now, people want the product with all these features. These are the user experience that we have summarized based on our market analysis. So, when you have this group of customers with expectation like that, you must think in marketing, how can I satisfy you? Okay? I just give you some industrial background so that you have some idea, you know. When you go to marketing, you want to sell air purifier, you look at, there is a remote control. Like this unit, we are using the remote control. And other competitor now is using the handphone can control. Okay? And some of the new player coming in, our product is part of the smart home product. Can use phone, I just control like aircon, all this and control. But industry at the moment, in terms of hardware communication development, is into from remote control, go into handphone, and go into smart home. But I have a question here. This unit is in which area? Can someone share with me? Since you're selling this product, we are here, right? We are here, right? Okay. Do you think this unit already built in with the features of automated mode? Meaning that air purifier ideally supposed to be on 24 hours. You put it under the auto mode, this comes with the sensor, it will sensing your environment. When the air is very dirty, it will turn on according to requirement, will control the speed also. When this unit find that the air is clean now, they even will turn down the speed of the fan, and later on they will just put it idle. So do you think if a product already built in with these features, if my product don't have this, you think this is good enough? Yes. Good enough, right? Yes. Unless you have nothing to do every day, just go and play the headphone, just play around with this unit. But I don't think today businessman, businesswoman afford to spend this sort of time, sit there, right? So if you are going to sell this product, I'm sure you will face the feedback from your competitor. They say they have this, they have this. You can use the same statement that what I'm telling you and tell them. If they're really willing to spend the time to go for it, sorry, that is beyond our control. But let me just tell you, air purifier supposed to be turned on 24 hours. After turn on 24 hours, there is an advantage. Electronic lifespan is longer. Many people think don't turn on so many and this lifespan is longer. Product lifespan, no. Electronic component lifespan depends on how long you on it. If you keep on off, the lifespan very short one. It's just like this lighting. You know why lighting when the CFL lamp at home when you buy, you on off. It's because of your on off. 10 months the unit finished. In my office, in my main entrance, there is a fluorescent light I turn on until this year, 11 years. 24 hours on. Encapsulated in a plastic casing, today still on. 11 years. So please always take note, when you sell this product, always tell your user, turn it on. When you turn it on, you put it auto mode, they see, why you need this? Why you need this? Unless you want to tell people, my house is smart home, my house is intelligent, of course that is something we have to be upgraded later. We can do it, but you pay more. Okay? So now you have some idea in terms of control and communication. Okay? Just now I give you some industrial background about user expectation. Now I give you some idea about hardware and communication, the trend, market trend. Okay? So you look at industrial background, people talking about heavy metal, lead free, people always expecting Lloyd's compliant. because of the heavy metal is bad for recycle, it's bad for environment. So industrial people, they will always talk about this. Sometimes they will put this as a selling point. But for our product, we are having the Lloyd's compliant, meaning that inside basically almost nobody can do it 100% because some of the IC chips. So here I would say we already maximize to meet this Lloyd's compliant. Only all these IC inside maybe have a little of leads. And other than that basically is lead free. Okay, lead free. Lead free means that environmental friendly. Okay, so now you have some idea. Our product also meeting the environmental trend requirement. Okay. So here, if you talk about industrial background, please pay more attention. If you want to sell more air purifier, this area you must be very good. If you are very good in this area, you don't worry, I will train you, I will explain to you one by one. We spend a little bit more time like what we did for the first section. We spent very long time to understand this. The reason is all this filter is current competitors in the market. I will explain to you one by one the good and the bad. And after that compare with ours one, which is good, which is better. Okay? So please pay more attention, I think, this area. So firstly, for this industry, basically for take away the dust. Okay? Take away the dust. Okay? Okay, always remember in the air filtration you have three areas. Dust, PM 2.5, PM 10. Number two is, in Chinese, I will tell you about that. Microorganism, meaning that germs, bacteria, and then the last one is harmful gases, TVOC, VOC, and things like that. Okay. In fact, a good air purifier must be able to take away these three contamination. Okay. But generally in the market, most of the air purifier in these three, either they are good in one, the other two no good, or either they have two, the other one totally don't have, or either they just like selling, take away the dust particle, that's all. Alright? But being a user, they don't know. The user expectation only what you tell me, what I check from the internet. You know, certain people they will check through the internet. But today let me give you the individual explanation. Okay. First, current technology to remove the dust particle is HEPA. You know about HEPA? HEPA basically is a media to remove the PM 2.5 dust particle. What is PM 2.5 dust particle? Meaning that any dust particle below 2.5 micron. Why we are focusing on the, I will explain those later, you don't worry. The reason is because those particles get into our lung, boleh masuk tak boleh keluar. Nak keluar very difficult. Those are the particles will give you later on the chronic damage in terms of lung infection, lung cancer. Okay, so this is why this HEPA basically is one of the medias that currently used. And then the other one to take away the dust particle, people using the ESP, using the high voltage to charge and drop the dust. High voltage. And in fact, this is the obsolete technology in the market. And people using this activated carbon. Anybody know about activated carbon, the black color one, to remove the odors? You know about that? Okay. Basically, this activated carbon, generally in the market, all the air purifier is using HEPA and activated carbon. So this thing, it comes with a limitation, this thing, it comes with a limitation, but people still buying. The reason is because looking at the industrial background, this kind of technology over the last 20 years basically no change. Change the name, change the description because of marketing technique, but in terms of technology, there is no change. But as a user, they doesn't know. They just see the name. This is something different. Okay? Then, anybody familiar with ozone? At home, you wash the vegetables and things like that. In fact, this ozone also been applied in the air purification. But for your information, ozone is very, very bad for lung. Okay? So if anyone else you are using this kind of products, please take note. your lung will be damaged over time if you not careful enough using the ozone. For your information, ozone according to the allowable limit, which is cannot more than 0.05 part per million. But doesn't mean that anything below that you are alright. No, it's better you don't use because ozone is very damaging. And some of the filtration to basically ozone, people use that to kill germs and remove odor. It don't take away dust. Okay, let me just again. This is taking dust. This is taking dust. ESP, high voltage. Activated carbon is taking away the odor and the smell. Okay, and then ozone is take away the germs and the odor, but it's very bad for health. Okay, this activated carbon can take away the smell, but there is a limitation. Very fast saturated. Okay, but if this activated carbon keep in touch with water, malfunction. If your house, you got the kitchen there, you cook, the oils come, it will block. It doesn't work. Okay? And then this ESP, high voltage, take away the dust, but the limitation is very difficult to maintain. Because with all the plate, your hand go there with the static charge, you will get a shock. So in fact, in Europe, they are not recommended for household air purifier because housewife does not want to maintain this kind of system. And then all the plate is very sharp. Cut your hand. You can get hurt easily. Okay. And then if you ask me the HEPA, what is the limitation? Very good in dust particle. HEPA, if later on subject to Malaysia environment, the humid level is very high, easily more than 80%, 75%. This HEPA will trap water. When you got the water, germs grow. Okay. When you have dust collected over there with the water, and then the water rush, the rust is coming. So this unit, after you use it for a while, oh chow, very smelly. Okay, that's why many people come to me and show me why. I told them it's because of moisture. Because in this country it's very humid, and even worse, some of the air purifier they are added with humidifier. You add a humidifier, you on the humidifier, the water will go to the behind, go into your filters. Actually, you increase the moisture level. So you will make this filter worse still. Worse still. Okay? So now you have some ideas individually about this. Okay? Then now we go into this ion. I think this logo looks familiar. Looks familiar? If you are selling air purifier, you must be very sensitive on things like that because why? That is your competitors. We are not using this. All these are from your competitors. Okay? So you must be very careful when you see this. They call it ion. It's an ion. Actually, it belongs to hydroxyl ion. This ion actually, you look at this logo also from another Japanese brand. Okay? This is from Japanese brand. And then this is another one you always see that is a titanium oxide TiO2. For your information, generally all the titanium oxide product is from China. Okay, they use a lot of titanium oxide. Basically, titanium oxide is using hydroxyl ion. I don't go to technical in depth. I just want to tell you when you see this technology, I tell you what this technology is good about. This technology is very good. Everybody heard they will go and buy. Why they go and buy? From big brand. Now I want to ask you a question. You think an air specialist can do an air purifier better, or an electrical appliances manufacturer can do an air purifier better? Can anybody answer me? You think you go to clinics, look for the doctors, and you go to the specialist, look for the doctor, you think which one you are more confident? Specialist. Correct. Okay, now if you are looking, go to the market, you want to sell this product to your client, you make sure you turn yourself to be a specialist. They will rely on you, they will buy from you. Why they buy from you? Because your knowledge. And because you can explain all this to them, they will tell you, hey, yesterday I go with my uncle, wanted to buy this model, this brand. Then from what they say, you know, oh, this is a technology there's a good and bad, you tell them. So let me tell you, this sort of technology, they are only good at certain functions, such as like hydroxyl. they can take away the germs, they can kill germs, but they cannot take away harmful gases. So they usually, let's say I quote you one of the Japanese brand, I don't say the brand, they combine this HEPA, they use this technology, okay, this one and this one. This product currently I think is the most popular product in the Malaysian market. You go to highway, you will see many, okay? So, but you look at it, this thing, they come with this and come with this. So with these two combination, basically what this product doesn't remove, gases. A lot of people overlook that. In fact, these gases is very harmful to us, but we cannot see. So we thought, haze come, only we go and buy air purifier in this culture, in this country. In fact, air purifier, when you see the haze, only 1 year once, 364 days, you already been hurt. So please. And so now you see, this is good in dust particle. This is dust particle. This is only absorb certain amount of all those. The limitation, as I said. This is bad for health. This is UV light, also same like this one, produce ozone, is bad for health. And then for UV light, another worst part is bad for cornea, bad for eye. Okay, it will melt your cornea, you know. So you have to be very careful. It's just like my manager lately go to Singapore operation, the cornea is already melted. Cornea melted, if you don't take the transplant of cornea, the next one is your eyeball drop out. Okay, just for information. Only last month, I just attend this case in Singapore because he's my manager in charge. Okay, for that operation, it costs about, Malaysia ringgit about touching 100,000. Okay, just for information. So be very careful about this ultraviolet, because ultraviolet, they have ultraviolet A, ultraviolet C, but I'm not going into that for you, but just be alert of that. So you look at Malaysian market right now, take away the dust generally using HEPA. This one, basically, it doesn't exist here. And then remove the odor, they're only using activated carbon, which is very easily saturated and not performing very well because they are not in the nano grade. Our filter is all in nanotechnology, nano grade, okay? And then some of them, they might use ozone. In fact, for your information, in China and in USA, ozone basically is not welcome. In Europe, basically, they will ban you know? And then, talk about, so the market, they were very much in Malaysian market selling hydroxyl ion, okay? And very much selling of HEPA. Always remember, this only take away dust, this only take away the germs. Gases mana? What they do now, they use this to absorb the gas. Okay? Usually, let's say we talk about cigarette smell, cigarette gases, usually the normal air purifier cannot take away effectively. The reason is because they use activated carbon. So now you generally you have any idea now in Malaysian market, basically the air purifier is fall within this category of technology. Okay, even some of the product they use a different name, they label it different name. If you spend a little bit of your time go in the internet, you check, you will see most of them is here. Some of them they call what? Plasma wave, some of them they call what? Wave, you know. Basically most of them is into this category. Meaning that this is good for removing germs. But I ask a question. They say good, they say effective, they are very special. So far, you go and buy a purifier, have you seen any test report they show you? Anybody can answer me? You go to any shop, beside they give you the leaflet, are they giving you any test report? Facts and figure. When we want to sell air purifier professionally, actually facts and figure, it tells everything. You don't need to talk a lot. If they don't understand, give them a video as what they showed me just now, and give the facts and figure, people will trust you. This is called professional. Okay? So later on I will present you some of the facts and figures that we have. So before I go on, so now talk about industrial background, the filter, you know, the filtration technology. Are you okay? Any question? This area be very serious because you will face a lot of questions from your potential customer. In the last section, there's a lot of questions they ask in this area. You know, if not, then I will continue with, okay. Okay, you see, from the industrial background, you look at it, how many of them, we talk about indoor air quality, meaning that, indoor air quality meaning that to satisfy your living requirement. I think I saw you before, right? Indoor air quality meaning that the air purifier can take away dust particle, can take away microorganisms, germs and bacteria, can take away harmful gases. This is called indoor air quality, IAQ. Always remember, we are selling IAQ because our filter comes with these three capabilities. Can take away dust, can take away microorganisms, can take away harmful gases. So, you see in the market, how many of them can take away? How many of them can satisfy the indoor air quality level? Answer is no. Why? Filter limitation. Over the last 25 years, the technology doesn't move very much. The reason is because innovation, technology innovation, so that people are always using the same technology to, just like making a rojak, here, there, mix around, change the name, change the description. That's why, that was the reason why you don't have much choice. Let me just tell you, before the AspenAire, when you go to the market to buy air purifier in this country, I think you don't have much choice. You only limit to few brand on it. You know? So that is a existing limitation. But let's say your client right now, they have this limitation, we can offer this with a indoor air quality requirement satisfaction. Okay? Let me just continue from here. Okay. So industrial background, you have some idea now. You have an industrial background about user experience, user expectation. You have some filter technology existingly in the market. Some background, you have some idea. And then now I also would like to give you some idea about in the developing country. Malaysia is one of the developing countries, same like China. In fact, you look at this darkest color here, you see at the developing country, this area, China, actually every year, you know, the population, you know, dead because of pollution is very high. According to WHO, it's about 3.7 million. In fact, this area is very much to China. But in Malaysia, our pollution index is slightly better. But gases is the one that we want to tackle. Okay? Because gases like CO, okay, now just give you some idea about harmful gases. Anybody can name me harmful gases? Carbon monoxide? Ammonia? Huh? When you renovate your house, furniture and the paint, all this, formaldehyde, benzene, you know, many types of harmful gases at home, our air purifier able to satisfy. We have tested, okay? So that's why you see over the years in this developing country, you can see the trend. The people is getting more and more, you know, killed because of the pollution, air pollution. The reason is because of urbanization and industrialization, you know, especially industrialization in China. You can see very serious, okay? Okay, now I also want to tell you some ideas, industrial background about your competitors, what they have done, how they sell, how they promote, how they convince the client. Okay, some of the existing competitors, they use the product design outlook to attract you. Some of them, they use a marketing plan. They have certain marketing models. Just like this morning, someone tell me in the East Malaysia, they're using certain payment scheme, you know, to attract the client. And some of the retail outlet, they use a lot of traditional heavy advertising. That's why I say in the highway, you can see that. Then some of them, they are concentrated at certain selling point. It doesn't apply so much in Malaysia because this is very much applied to China. And right now, I think there's a trend, people using the online marketing. Okay, can you see that they're using different, in the industry right now, they're using the different approach to sell air purifier. So I have a question here is, what Causeway wanted to sell the air purifier? How? Professionalism. You must make sure that if you are on a store, you want to sell air purifier, every customer walk into your store, you are able to share with them professionally. Okay? And let them rely on you. Usually when they come for look for air purifier, it's because they have problem. You are able to solve their problem. And you explain it in a proper manner to them. Finally, they trust you. They relies on you. You will see your sales per month is picking up. I hope today, at least these few hours, you have some idea. So now you have some idea now what people is doing in terms of industrial background. Because today I cannot quote the brand, that's why I cannot make the section more interesting. Last section, they're very lucky. I quote all the brand, they're very clear. Okay, but don't worry. As I say, you must have some idea what people is doing because you are entering into this area. You are going to take away people's sales. So you must have some idea what is happening. Okay. Okay, we have touched on some of the industrial background. I have some question here. You don't just this one. I'm so sorry because they designed for me for Hong Kong, so it's in Chinese. Basically, I have some after every time when I train certain section, I have some question just to hope that you understand. So, the first question is: do you have any idea right now in the market of Malaysia? What are the filters technology most popular selling now? HEPA? Yes. Ions? Yes. Activated carbon? Any more? But I believe in Malaysia basically is selling with one more, hydroxyl. Ion, like what just now you said, the hydroxyl. So basically, you must have some idea what happening surrounding you, so that for you to sell better, you know. And then the question 2 is, what is the negative part about ozone? Why ozone no good? Yes. If someone come and say, hey, I am going to buy a unit which is very cheap, because usually ozone selling very cheap. Okay, and then ozone is basically no maintenance. No maintenance. But people come to you say, I am going to buy an air purifier with ozone, then you can tell them this is very bad for lung. It take away your life. So basically then you have an idea. Can someone share with me what is the advantage of, what is the disadvantage of activated carbon? Very easily saturated, meaning that dia punya lifespan very short. Sekejap saja sudah penuh, it cannot be used again. Okay, so that is the reason why activated carbon, the moment you use it, especially close to the areas like Mont Kiara, many carbon monoxide, you will find that your activated carbon will be getting less efficient very fast. Okay, I think no more question. I think basically you have some idea now, the industrial background. Okay, let's say you are going to sell air purifier. Roughly you have some idea about customer expectation going up. Industrial competitiveness in terms of filter technology, more or less I have some idea which technology you are using on it, right? Okay, so then generally the people, how they advertise, how they promote, how they sell, you already have some ideas. Okay, so with all this information, you have at least when you go to sell something, you know what is happening in the industrial side. Okay, so are you okay? Okay, then I go to now we are talking about air pollution. We are going a little bit more in depth. When we talk about air pollution is according to EPA, basically it refers to dust particle. You see in the EPA they classify air pollution with gases, dust, fumes, odors, and harmful amounts. So But I think I want to make it very simple is, air pollution basically are more easy for you, which is outdoor and indoor. Not so much things here. Basically in the outdoor, what are the pollutions? What are the pollutants? In the indoor, what are the pollutants? You see, what we are selling is an indoor air quality. We are talking about here. We are talking about here. You are selling this AspenAire, basically is to satisfy the indoor application. But always remember, the outdoor one, you see, the outdoor can get into your house. So you must have some idea, come into indoor pollution, you look at it, you got the chemicals, you got things that you burn, you know, you got things like chemical fumes, you know, from your paints or solvent. You got gases, you know. We don't focus on radon because radon is something that we cannot test at this present moment. So then you have something like carbon monoxide, you know. Then you have furs from the animals. Then someone is cigarette, you know, smoking. And then those are cleaners you see at home, okay. And also those are molds and bacteria because in the kitchen or in your bathroom sometimes it's very wet, you know. And then also some outdoor, as I say, this outdoor, the pollutants is coming into your in-house. So now I have a question here to ask. You look at this explanation here, so many types of pollutants, particles, gases, germs in your indoor. Now you want to go and buy an air purifier. Are you going to buy an air purifier only take away dust? Are you going to buy an air purifier only just kill germs? So you want to buy an air purifier, value for money to satisfy the indoor air quality, take away dust, take away germs, microorganisms, and take away of harmful gases. These three. Always remember three. So our AspenAire able to satisfy these three. I will come to you later. So now, are you clear now? Why I put into two? Because later on, here we're talking about IAQ. Here we're talking about air quality index, AQI. When the haze comes, the newspaper will publish the index level, the AQI. You know? Okay, I think you're familiar with this. Malaysia, when this thing comes, they were rushing to look for Mr. Ho behind to buy the face mask. Or they will rush for the shop to buy the air purifier. So in fact, this is what we call air quality index. In fact, all this air quality index is controlled by the government based on certain analysis, and then they will publish it online. Okay, but how to determine the level of seriousness in terms of this AQI? In fact, usually they define in color. Okay, from 0 to 500. From each level going up means that the condition is getting worse and worse. When getting into this certain condition, they will recommend you better don't go out, you must do certain protection. So, but for information, this thing is online. Please check online. You can refer this information online. Okay? But I just give you ideas that air quality index basically is talking about from 0 to 50 is good. Okay, you will ask me, Malaysia is in which category for information? Generally, Malaysia is here. You are very lucky. You are very lucky. In a country like China, Shanghai and Beijing now, I think they are more or less is here. Sometimes they are even here. Yeah, because they are desert and all this and that, the sandstorm and things like that, you know, giving the problems. Because each level will give certain amount of impacts to your health. You know, but I'm not going through the details. I just want to let you have some idea. AQI. Why I say AQI is, let's say suddenly haze is coming. It's a fact of life. Your people say, hey, the AQI is 150 of 200. Then you have some idea how serious. Then they will ask, your air purifier can do to what extent? Later I will show you. Our video even have the AQI level 2,000 and above. Can you imagine? 2,000 and above, basically I can't see you, you know. But we can remove it within 20 seconds. Okay, I will show you later. Okay, now just now we talk about pollution, outdoor AQI. Now we talk about indoor air quality. always remember our product is selling these 3 IAQ, indoor air quality. Okay. So according, again, as I say, according to American, the EPA, you know, what they claim that is within the building, okay, related to the health comfort. The most important thing is the health effect from indoor air pollutant may be experienced after exposure or years later. Years later. Actually, for your information, selling air purifier is selling the prevention of chronic damages, meaning that you don't let your lung damage over time. So because why? Gases you can't see. It just go in, you know. Even when you go near to the car, the carbon monoxide, you can smell a little bit of it, but it get into your lung. For instance, like you stay at the areas that where you fly over, for example, like Mont Cara, do you know the air quality comprises a lot of carbon monoxide? So inside your house, if you have an air purifier, then it will help you. You know, it's more on preventive measure. So basically, this is the definition from EPA how they classify the indoor air quality. Okay, so just okay. As I said just now, you see the source of indoor pollutants. Can you see that? So now, if you as a sales marketing person, when you go on talking to people about indoor air pollution, always remember not just talk about dust particle. Should talk about 3. Okay? So now you have some idea of this is a indoor air quality that what we are going to work on later. Okay. Always people will ask that look at the outdoor and the indoor. Many people don't realize that actually the indoor the pollution is much higher because why? The environment is encapsulated, you know, encapsulate. So how many times? This is not what I say. According to EPA, what they claim that it 2 to 5 times higher. And some of the house inside even could be up to 100 times. You know why? Weekend they play mahjong, smoking. Okay, so this is something you have to be very careful. This is what they claim from the National Institute of Health from USA. You know, they say 2 to 5 times also. You know, in fact, all this information is not from me. It's from recognized institution because they do the research. They are the scientific research center. They do the research and then they claims. You know, okay. And basically, this one is some of the pollutants inside the indoor air pollutions. They have certain normally what they see. But this one will come later. I think I just want to tell you, indoors pollution is 2 to 5 times. Okay. Okay. If you look at the indoor pollutants and harm to health, you can see that from Center Disease Control USA, they also divide into 3. You see, harmful gases, these particles, and the microorganism. Okay. So maybe each area they will give certain impacts to health, you know. So, but our air purifier basically is taken these 3 areas, you know. Basically, these 3 items is within our indoor air quality, within the indoor air environment, you know. So I think these are the areas like you can see that the gases, the most worried people is TVOC. Because this TVOC inside comprise of many types of harmful gases, okay. And also this one is a microorganism, and then this is dust particles, and then this is allergen. Okay. I believe a lot of people with the asthma, with the sinus, and these are the areas that you know this air purifier can help you for this, especially sinus and the asthma. If the children got the asthma and sinus, this air purifier will help you a lot because inside we got a nano fresh filter, which is very good for this kind of people. Yeah. Okay, these are some of the health effects if you long-term exposure. You know, meaning that over time you're exposed to the lousy, you know, low-grade indoor air quality. Then you can see that, for instance, you will get into some of the like cancer. You know, some from, for example, like lung. If a normal lung will be this color, if you constantly expose, you don't protect it, you don't bother, later your lung will become this color. In fact, all this photo is from the research institute, it's not from me. Okay. So can you see that at home? basically the pollution will give the impacts to different parts of the body. Okay. So from all these impacts to health, at home at least you must have 1 or 2 air purifiers. Okay. Over time, it will give you the protections. But this one I'm not going through the details with you. Okay. If I'm going through the details, I scared you cannot finish. Basically, this is an air pollution rate over the underdeveloped and developing country. Just give you some idea. If someone says pollution is not important, you see every year how many people, what sort of population being killed by the air pollution. But this always happens in the developing and less developed country because people not afford, people not aware. They don't take into consideration. Okay, just now I already give you some very much idea about the types of pollution. So before I proceed any further, now can you differentiate for me in terms of pollution? How many types? First, yes. You always remember when you sell air purifier, you try to tackle the indoor air quality. You try to tackle the indoor air quality cleaning. Okay. So you see, when you go to the market, you want to sell air purifier. Basically, some of the users, they will come back to you, I'm not so confident. When you start to sell air purifier, they tell you, some of them, they will tell you, I'm very confused. I don't even know, And some of them, I'm not really understand. So you are facing this kind of condition, mainly is because in the market, there's too many choice. Everybody is saying they are good, this good, that good, So these people are confused. But you are after this training to sell this air purifier, you try to align, try to be more focused, bring these people back to the trade and go and tell them, if you need a good air purifier, must buy an air purifier can satisfy the 3 requirements. First is dust particle, 2 is microorganism, and the 3rd, which is harmful gases. If cannot satisfy these 3, I'm not saying that air purifier is no good. There is a limitation on it. Why don't you consider AspenAire as an option? Because it is satisfy the indoor air quality. Okay? So a lot of negative thought from the potential buyers that you are going to face, and some of them I'm not too sure, they will give you a very big question mark. So you must make use of your knowledge and your professionalism to influence these people to buy your air purifier. For your information, over my 20 years experience in selling air purifier, to keep me until today is knowledge and professionalism. If I using the certain business concept, usually it's very short term. After a while, then it doesn't work anymore. Okay? So always remember, you must keep on reading and understand more. I think finally it's good for you. I think also, just now I give you some idea about the pollution. They say, what is the question is, what is AQI? Air quality index from 0 to what figure? Yes, okay. But each color change represents a different scenario, different critical situation. Please go to internet, get it, remember. Okay. Then also, what is IAQ? Okay. So basically, in the indoor air quality, how many elements that we are very much focusing?
3.
Can you name the first one?
Dust.
Second? Third? Correct. What AspenAire later on we are going to sell is to sell these 3 indoor air quality elements. Anybody can just name me in the indoor air quality some of the source of pollutants. Just some of the house, the picture inside got many sources of pollutants. Cigarette smoke, kitchen, paint, toilet, yes. For information, toilet is a place full of ammonia because every day many people go in toilet for what? Busy. A lot of ammonia inside. Okay. And then you do a lot of cleaners in your toilet. Those cleaners always come with a lot of chemicals, ammonia or whatever. Okay. Pets. Okay, good. Moss and materials, yes. So, in fact, you must have some idea before you get into this area, okay? Anybody can share with me what is PM 2.5? In the market, everybody talk about PM 2.5. Malaysia, is that so? In China, everybody talk about PM 2.5. Face mask also talking PM 2.5. The reason is because PM 2.5 is very risky to lung. As I say, senang masuk, tak boleh keluar. Terlalu banyak masuk, habis. We are better let the PM 2.5 go into this fellow rather than come into your lung. When you talk to your potential buyer, you ambil some sample, you sudah guna, just show them. You want this dust go into this filter, or you want this dust go into your lung. Very simple comparison. Or either you take some photo, you just show them. You know. So what I'm trying to tell you, PM 2.5 is very dangerous. And just for information, 1 PM 2.5, the size of the dust, one hair, you know, one hair, 20 times smaller. Very fine. Our naked eyes tak boleh nampak, cannot see. Even though you take in, you wouldn't know. Okay? So don't always think your house, hey, it looks from my naked eye is clean. No. If you use a measurement to measure, you find that. If you don't have the measurement, please buy one AspenAire, you test it out yourself. After 3 months, you take the filter, have a look, the answer is there. The answer is there. I don't know this unit already been used for how long? Later on, maybe we can open up, you see the amount of dust inside, which is before our naked eyes, we see nothing here. You can see the dust inside, okay? Anybody can share with me what is VOC? Just now we talk about TVOC, we talk about VOC. For your information, VOC is more refers to harmful gases, volatile organic compounds, meaning that certain gases that under the heat or certain energy, it changes the form. You know, combined with the moisture, it changes the form of the nature and then become harmful to lung. Basically, that is the meaning. If you really want to know more about VOC, you can log on to your Google, you can check VOC. They will give you the explanation inside. Basically, consists of what gases. Okay, that I think if you want to do sales and marketing, you worry, you forget. Always try to stack it and then keep it in your picture. Later on, sometime when you're free, you can refer, or in case your customer want to ask the time. In fact, you forget, but you say, I'm very professional, let me show you. You see, in fact, you forget. Actually, that gives you additional point. Oh, your customer says yes. You know, always do all the things in your handphone and make use of your handphone and get ready those and show your client. Okay. And TVOC, as I said, is total volatile organic compounds. It's referred to harmful gases. You know, ammonia, benzene, you know, formaldehyde is part of the family of such. Okay. And then basically the TVOC is more talking about outdoor also. Outdoor TVOC include that. VOC is more refers to indoor. Okay, just so you remember, we talk about AQI, we talk about IAQ. So TVOC is including the total. VOC more refers to the indoor inside. Okay, so just give you some idea. Okay, and the other question is air quality. The biggest impact due to the pollution is to our lung. Always remember to our lung. So that's why air purifier why so important. Because lung is the organ in the body, no replacement. You cannot replace. Okay, so in fact, just now, I think I already talked about very much about pollution. You see, the first section I talk about introductions of our background, how specialized we are for you to be confident. Second section we talk about industrial background, what are the technology, what people is doing, you know. So all this, and then just now we talk about, you know, in fact just now we talk about this one is types of pollution. Types of pollution. So now I want to go into this product. I go into this product. So now you have some idea now. Pollution, IAQ, AQI. Okay. Industrial background, what people is doing. how confident you sell this product because of these two group of specialists with you. Okay, now we go into this product. Is that true or not? Okay. Okay, basically, I think the outlook you know about that. I will just give you some briefing about this. Okay, the product differentiation. In fact, for this product, we are selling the total filtration technology. In Chinese, they call it 综合治理, meaning that integrated filtration. Meaning that we put all the filters together to satisfy the indoor air quality. Okay, so later on I will explain the filter more for you. And then the other one is features. You know, they claim that like this one, it's like a touch screen. You know, touch on it, then it responds. You know, so this could be some of the hardware features. And then, as I say, the filter technology, we are using the new technology. Our technology is all nanotechnology. Nanotechnology. Why we use nanotechnology is because of size and the speed. The size and the speed. And then there is some information about this product being selected, and we do a comparison. That one we just browse through because it's in China. You know. And then this product, as I say, is very compact. Very compact. It's very compact. And then this product is quite value for money. It's heavy. I think the weight of this thing is about 11 kg. 11 kg. Very heavy. Very heavy. Because of the, I think also partly because of the filter technology, there is a layer of that. You know. And then, as I say, this is very energy saving. If you turn on 24 hours and then let it run by automatic mode, 1 month you may spend between 2 to 3 ringgit a year. To save a lot. It is really energy saving. And then also, in fact, this product already gone through many certifications. In Malaysia, I think we're talking about CB certification. And then in this product also tested under CE, CCC, China, and then tested PSMI in Taiwan and CB in Hong Kong. You know, so this product basically in terms of safety features and certification is full of it. You know, so it's a very safe product. I think this product right now already been even obtained with the Syrian safety marker. So I think safe to sell, qualified to sell. Not to worry about that. Okay. Then the other one, as I say, AspenAire is using the integrated, filtration technology. So I will give you the technology explanation later. So if you talk about just now as I say, the product, you look at it, this is very slim. I don't know in Malaysia whether the slim is a good selling point. You know, you think slim is a good selling point? But I know slimming center, the business is very good. But I don't know whether this slim whether is a good selling point and the marketing people. But from product design aspect in hardware, yes, we want to be like handphone, very slim. And then as I say, this is a touch screen. You know, just touch on it. Later on, you all can have a feel. And then also we come with a remote control. Always remember just now the joke that I have it with you. Outside people always will quote you that you don't have handphone connected. Please remember what I teach you. Okay? Then you can tackle them easily and convince. Okay? And then the other one, this is a logo. I think this is the other important thing is for our air purifier. Have you seen that most of the air purifier, the air inlet is from the side, front. Our one is from the back. Anybody can tell me why? Huh? Okay, even flow. Any more? Actually, for your information, we design at the back. The reason is because you see the area is very big. So for even flow, so that your filter, you look at people's from front. If you use it for 1 month, you open up, you can see the filter at the side. It's only with the black color, and then the center one is still not utilized because the air distribution is uneven, meaning that the efficiency not that good. So we design from the back so that the can be more even, and then the inlet of air is more even, more faster. Okay, and then also we have certain design on the airflow. You know, through this ducting design. These are the technical, but just a selling point, you know. But more importantly is later on the test result. As I say, facts and figure. Okay. Okay, I think this is the sections that will give you some idea. I will go into that. Is just now, as I said, AQI 500, and now I give you an AQI above 2000. Within 20 seconds, we get it cleaned up. You see, from marketing point of view, is that this is from visual effect, is that good enough? Okay. You see this one? If you from the outdoor, the AQI, air quality index like that is about easily 2000 and above. You cannot go out, you will die on the spot. You will die on the spot. You can see that we will turn on. You see the timer here? Where is it? Okay. Can you see that the speed? Okay. Anybody can share with me the smoke that you see actually is comprised of what? Is formed by what? Actually, just want to tell you is dust particle. If this amount of dust don't have the air purifier, it will go into your lung. So, in fact, all this testing here, it tells you that the PM2.5 testing here is removing the dust particle using our bioHEPA. Okay, bioHEPA. So this is something I want to share with you. Okay, I don't know whether this is good enough for your marketing site to use it for visual effect. Is that convinced enough? If yes, then maybe ask whether you can get a copy of this from,
The link will be sent to you today.
I saw there's an improved version. My one is not so good. Her one is much better. Okay, we have been talking so much about the facts and figure, but don't worry. This is they prepare in Chinese, but I'll explain to some of the Malay friends here. Okay, this is the total testing report from third party about this filter efficacy. You see, as I say, this is a PM2.5. This air purifier being tested, CADI is 388, and then it's fall under the category of the highest class. P1, P2, P3, P4. We are in P4 category. This is a GB standard, it's a China standard, meaning that this air purifier, according to that standard, is considered the highest class in terms of performance. Okay, now you look at PM2.5, we are able to remove PM2.5 99% at 20 minutes. And we are able to remove PM10 99% 20 minutes. So in indoor air quality, 20 minutes I can remove 99%. You think, can we say we can remove dust particle? Yes. Okay. Now we go into TVOC. Look at the TVOC testing. 1 hour, 2 hours, we basically, okay, this 1 hour basically is the standard, not I say. This is a GB standard, national standard to test this air purifier. You see, TVOC 94% 1 hour, 99% 2 hours. For your information, none of the lab in the world will give you 100%. They usually will give you 99.9 or 99%. They won't give you 100%. Okay. So if you look at ammonia, 94% and 99% 2 hours, and then benzene 90% 1 hour, 95% 2 hours, and formaldehyde 90% 1 hour, 95% 2 hours. So if you look at here, we can remove all these sort of gases. So are we meeting the IAQ, indoor air quality, harmful gases? Yes. Okay, good. Now we go into the third one. You look at bacteria and germs. We tested on this Staphylococcus, 99.93% 1 hour, and then E. coli, 99.97% 1 hour. In fact, from this test result here, can we say that we can remove the germs? Yes. Okay, good. But a lot of people will ask me, hey, influenza, can you remove or not? Virus, can you remove or not? Okay, if you manage to meet any client ask you this question, you tell them, in fact, in any lab, they couldn't provide the virus sample for test conduct. In fact, our filter NanoFresh is able to satisfy the pathogen. Pathogen means that include virus, but we cannot test. But for your information from technical aspect, in fact, to kill a bacteria is much more difficult as compared to kill virus. Except virus is very, very small. If you don't have the filter in nanotechnology, actually you have no way to kill them. Because it's so small, the hole they can go through easily. So that's why we are using the nanotechnology. Okay. So right now, this report give you an idea now. Let's say if you are going to sell a purifier, you can show people with the facts and figure. You think this is good enough?
Yes.
Convinced enough?
Yes.
Professional enough?
Yes.
Okay, good. So you go to the local any electrical shop or any shopping center or anyone come to you to sell other brand air purifier, what should you ask them? Do you have this or not? If your client say yesterday I go and buy this one, you ask, did you ask for the test report or not? And no, then you better don't buy. So if you teach your client to look for all these things, in fact it tells everything. No need to explain, no need, just show them this picture, I have this figure in hand. You know, I think this is what we call, you really deliver what you claims. Okay? Okay, now I give you some product appearance, meaning that in our these particular products, we use a very, because this is for energy saving. If people say, how you save energy? You say, oh, we use a very efficient DC motor. DC motor. DC motor basically is to reduce a lot of vibration, reduce a lot of noise, and save the energies, you know, and very reliable. The lifespan is very long. Okay, so this is one of the very famous, you know, which is manufactured by Japanese. Okay, and also we also have some very good design of the, you know, the fan view. In fact, to design this fan view is something you need the computer design to do it, but this has been designed by the factory, integrated with this, and so that to give a good airflow. Because when you turn on any air purifiers, the airflow also important. Especially our filter is very thick. If your design is not there, you basically cannot deliver that sort of CADR. You know, so basically this is on the some of the features, you know, for the hardware. And as I say, to always remember the indoor air quality. You see the product main structure. We have the plastic. We have this plastic. We have the lights, you know, and then we have the filters here towards the IAQ. This one is just a concept, but let me just tell you, all the filter materials that we use here, basically except the HEPA filter, and the rest is environmental friendly. Okay, I will come to that later. Okay, basically this one is talk about the noise level. If people say, is that your air purifier very noisy? So let's just turn it on and see. Usually at home, I recommend people turn on the medium speed number 2. If you need something very fast, you turn on the number 3. Let's say if you think I don't want it, my hair is alright, and then usually you can turn it into 1. You know. But if you ask me, the noise is below 60 dB. Currently, this aircon that you turn on is about 30 to 40 dB. Okay, so 60 dB is when we are under the high mode, you know. So basically then the noise is there. But the noise is controlled by the national standard, not controlled by me. For air purifier, you cannot exceed 60. Okay, now you look at this certification and testing. We have the CB safety certification. We have the ozone certification. Meaning that this is not producing ozone. Confirm it's not producing ozone and ozone free. Okay, so basically we have the certificate. Okay. I add in this slide is because there is a training. They asked me, AspenAire is something new in the market. Okay, so in the market, we are trying to sell through TVOC, meaning that indoor air quality, which is in the market. Many people cannot remove harmful gases. For your information, generally all the air purifier existing in the market does not remove harmful gases effectively. They might 5%, 10%, they never up to 99% in the market at this present moment. Okay, so then our brand is very new. So how can we get people recognize us? So you must give them the reports that we have. We are very good because of the filter technology to satisfy the indoor air quality. And the other thing is, in overseas people talk about CIM, you must give a very good customer explanation, support and service, because your market, many competitors. And the other one is, please reflect you are professional. You may not be very, very knowledgeable, but at least you can analyze, you can share, you can explain to people, you know, some of the information that we shared just now. Okay, now I wanted to go into the filter technology, okay? So in terms of this product hardware, now you have some idea right now, okay? Some of the features that, you know, what we are claims, what we are talking about. Now I would like to go into some of the very simple questions that, you know. Roughly, what is the weight of this unit? Okay, good. You don't underestimate this question. Your customer will ask you very often. One day you will remember Dr. Chen very well. Yeah, 11, actually your customer will ask. Then your customer will respond to you, why so heavy? Value for money. Okay, so this is something I want to tell you, they will ask you. If you talk about the motor, just now I mentioned that we are using DC motor. Okay, certain product they're using AC motor, which is no good. It's vibrating, very noisy, and not safe electricity. Okay, we are using DC motor, more reliable, saving energy, less noise, longer lifespan. Okay. Your customer will ask you, if I turn on 24 hours, wow, there's a lot of money, man. 24 hours, no joke, 365 days. Always ask your customer, 1 year how much? Ask the first question. Do you have a medical card? Yes, I have. I have many. How much you pay for the premium per year? Okay. Using this machine, 24 hours, 365 days. 1 day only cost you could be 3 ringgit. One month. So less than 40 ringgit. But it's protecting your whole family. You know? So this is something you always have to, because many people buy a purifier, they don't use. Because why? If I use it, the filter had to change. You know, China people, they say hardly use because, you know how they use the air purifier? They are the heavy smoker always. This is also happening in China market. You know? So this is something just to share with you. Always educate your client when you want to buy an air purifier. Actually, the operating cost is very low, and then the filter. If your filter changing fast, meaning that your living environment, indoor air quality is bad. Please take note. Either you keep on change filter, or either you can change location, change house, because your house is very near to highway. You know, like Mount Kera, I can see some of the flyover just next to the condominium. I can tell you the air quality is bad. So always look into that. Don't let your client feel that, oh, changing filter, that's very expensive. Must use this as an indication to tell them for your health, you must do something. You know? So then your client will find that you're really professional. You know? You will not every day, then I think you better change more air filter, then you will. They will think that you are more commercialized, you know? Okay? Our product comes with any safety certification?
Yes.
We have any serial marker? Yes. So if your client come to you, say, you see my unit very nice. Bring the unit to you, you have a look. What question you can ask? Where is your serial sticker? No serial sticker meaning that the product without safety certification. Please take note. our product take away PM 2.5 take how long? Up to 99%? 20 minutes. Huh? Okay. All these I'm not going through with you because I think that's dealing with figures. Okay, I think there's a question here. What AspenAire product position in the market is indoor air quality? Always remember, if people say, what is your main point of this unit, main selling point? You say, we are selling indoor air quality. They say, what is the indoor air quality? Protect your life. Because lung is not replaceable. If your lung come with any lung cancer or whatever, nothing much you can do, same like my father. Only do chemo, after that, bye-bye. Nothing much we can do, okay? So, already shared with you about the product hardware and things like that. So now I want to go into filter technology. Okay. For your information, just give you a very quick overall view about these filters. Our filter comprises of first layer, we call it pre-filter. Okay? And then after that, we come with a oil filter, sheet oil filter. And then later on we come with a bio-wave filter and nano-fresh filter. In fact, these two layers is combined into one. Jessica, can I open to show them? Can I? Please pay more attention to this because later on you must have a proper understanding, easy for you to sell. You see, first we are talking about pre-filter. Okay, this is a pre-filter. This pre-filter is washable. I will explain one by one later. Pre-filter, and then the next here is our sheet oil filter.
The rest of the filter comes into a housing. So you have to open the housing first.
Yeah. Okay. In fact, this blue color, this is sheet oil filter. Okay. I will explain the function of each layer slowly. And then this bio-wave filter and this nano fresh filter, which is this one. But this one you can take it out. If your customer wants to change, just take it out. Bio-wave is on this side, and then you see the like a clock, the black color one. This is a nano fresh filter. Okay. So in fact, you look at it, one layer, two layer. In fact, this is two layer, but put together into one unit. So physically, we only have 1, 2, 3, and then last one is the bio-HEPA. This is the bio-HEPA. You see, they only use it for about 1 month. Can you see the color? The new one is a white color one. You see? Can you see that? So if this dust doesn't come here, go to where? Go to lung. Can you imagine if, let's say, 10 years with this situation continue, how much collection of this dust into this instead go to your lung? Okay, so that's why this is, you see this bio-HEPA come with the function, so it no smell, you know. So this is something later maybe you all can come here just to have a share. So then the last layer we are talking about negative ion. Negative ion basically is from the air outlets here. It's an inbuilt. It's not a layer. It just discharge only. Give you the negative ion. So basically, you look at it. Always remember 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Our air purifier total filtration, we call it have 6 layers. Okay. But actual physical product, because this is very important. When next time your customer asks you to replace the filter, want to buy filter, if you don't understand, then it will cause confusion. Okay, so you can see that the physical product actually we only have 1, 2, 3, 4 only. People ask you your filter how many layers? We have 6 layers of filtration. Physical product layer only 4. Let's say your customer say, hey, my oil filter close to kitchen because of the location of the unit. Which one I supposed to change? Then you say, hey, you change your oil filter. You don't confuse the layer of filtration technology and the physical unit, because subsequently when they order the filters, you've got to be very clear. In fact, we are trying to use all this to put it together in a one casing. We call it integrated, and then finally to meet our indoor air quality. Okay? The video is not here. Huh? No, the video of the filtration concept. Is it? I think I have one video. Yes. To give you a better understanding, I asked my graphic designer to do a simple graphic animation, to give you some idea how our filters work. You can see that from here. Before I explain, you understand this one so that you have better ideas. You see, I say indoor air quality, you look at it. We got the particles. Can you see that? Particles. We got the harmful gases and all those. We got microorganisms. And in the kitchen or at home, we got the trapped oils. So you go to the first layer of this pre-filter. Okay, pre-filter. So the pre-filter basically is removing those largest dust particle first or hair. When it's passing through, you see the color change. But harmful gases and microorganisms still same, and the oil. Okay, you go to this shear oil filter to take away the oil first, because the oil will affect the performance of the others. Remember, I said activated carbon also will be affected because of moisture or because of oil. You see, now this become lighter. Now go into our next, BioWave and NanoFresh filter. This filter basically is to removing harmful gases and the microorganism. Okay, so you will go to here. Basically, the last one only will leave behind with the PM2.5 dust particle. Okay, this give you a concept how the filtration work. And then this is the BioHEPA. Okay, work as a PM2.5. Then this dust particle will go through and come out with the fresh air. But the fresh air charged with the negative ion, much fresher. And then go out, become a clean air. This is what we call indoor air quality within our AspenAire. Okay. So do you have an idea now our filtration concept? So okay, now we go into more details. Okay. As I say, this is a pre-filter. This pre-filter, in fact, other competitors also we have. There's no different, nothing special. I only give you some idea. Basically, the usage of this one is just to block the bigger particles. And then this is 50 mesh. What do you mean 50 mesh? Meaning that 1 inch square, you got 50 holes. Okay, this is called 50 mesh. Your people, your client may ask you, how big is this hole? Then you can use this to explain. And then they will ask you, washable or not? Yes, washable. Let it dry and then reuse. And then just now, as I say, the PM2.5, the size, what is the size, We also give some explanation here. But you see this blue color one, this small one is PM2.5. And then this one is 1 hair. Okay, 1 hair. So can you see that it's really small? I will go into the lung. Okay. And then next one is the blue color. This one is shear oil filters. Basically, these shear oil filters basically is one to trap away the. Most importantly, is remove the oil trapped within the air. Because the oil flow to the next layer, it will affect the performance of other layers, as well as it will shorten the lifespan, meaning that it cannot work, the lifespan becomes shorter. And then oil trap, and then protect the subsequent filters. For your information, oil filter in the market, only we are the one. We are the only one using this technology to impose the oil filter. What is good at, let's say your house near to the kitchen, you cook, yes, this will help a lot. Your husband or your son, heavy smoker, cigar smoker, this will help a lot. Your house is very nearby the highway, near to the factory, or near to whatever fumes areas, that this is really helps. So you have to change this one regularly. Ideally, this one from the menu is about 3 months, then recommended to change. you will find that this one will trap a lot of oils. Okay. And then you look at it. Basically, this drawing here it just shows that how we put the green color, the nanotechnology coated, and the things go through how it blocks the meat. And then anybody recognize this thing or not? Okay, just for information, this is a nano verified marker, meaning that you go outside and talk about your filter with nanotechnology. Nobody will believe you. And they say China branding people say like that. So in order to overcome this problem, this product already certified under this Malaysia Ministry of Science and Technology. We got the certificate to certify that all these things that we use is nano grade. Our nano is below nano 10. Nano 10 is better. Nano is from nano 0 to 100. Closer to 0 meaning that your nano is good. Ours one is nano 10. In fact, in the world today, it's not many people easily can produce nano 10. Okay, for information. So this is a very simple video I recorded for myself, and then I thought just to share how effective of our oil filters in terms of, you can see, the filter does not stop the water, only stop the oil. Now you can see, see? Water can go through, okay? Water go through, okay? I'm so sorry because I do it in the midnight, and then only myself alone I have to talk, I have to do it, but just to allow you to have a better understanding.
So right now, that's all the oil. Can you see that right now? I'm trying to.
This is the oil, you see. When I pour the oil, you see the very thick pre-filter. You see the oil just drip out, Okay. You see the oil is going down.
So right now, what I want to test against, which is our oil filter. Same thing, whatever the way it is, you see that I will pour this oil into the oil filter.
You see it doesn't. You don't worry, I will make it more stable later on. You put more. Just give you an idea. You will stop the oil. Giving you. I asked them to do a good one, which is in a cup. I think later maybe Yes. Then you can give it to your members here. But just give you an idea that how it stops the oil with the nanotechnology. And you can see the oil is just there. You see, you put more. For information in the market, we are the only one that impose this oil filter. Because so far nobody dare to do the oil filter because oil filter is something you retain later on. If you cannot control, it gives you a lot of bad smell. If you people familiar with the kitchen work, they will realize how difficult. Okay. So then the other layer, as I say, this is the layer that I'm talking about. This is, we call it biowave. Inside here, you can see, but now, I'm so sorry, I just tell you that this biowave, the function basically is to absorb all the harmful gases. Okay? And then you ask me, all these things is manufactured from what? Natural minerals. In fact, let's say this filter you don't want to use, you can open it up, all these things don't waste. Actually, it's a soil. You can put it into the flower pot or put back to your gardens as a minerals because it's environmental friendly. Okay, so basically this is how we are using the crystallographic direction to form the particles to absorb the harmful gases. So this is some form of technology that what we have from cheap pros. And then for information, the powders that we manufacture these particles is about 1,000 meters square per gram, because it's in the nanograde. So that is the reason we can do it so fast. When, for your information, you will ask me a question, why in the market people cannot do it? Harmful gases. For your information, TVOC and those are harmful gases is very difficult to remove. If you don't have the technology and the know-how, I will say basically no chance, up to that percentage. And then, if you have that technology, let's say not in nanotechnology, you are not fast enough. And also, you're not big enough for contact. You see? So that's the reason why we are able to make use of nanotechnology to achieve this kind of filter design. Okay? So basically, this is a bio-grade filter. And then as I say, always what we say, professional means that what I claim, always I have the evidence. I prove to you that this is in nanograde. This certificate is from Malaysia, under Ministry of Science and Technology from Malaysia, and then they awarded us this certificate after they test, and then our product actually can label under Nano Verified. Okay? And then this is another filters, we call it nano fresh filters. And then this nano fresh filter, I would say at this present moment, we are the only one in the world can do this sort of carbon clock. If you ask me why, in fact this technology is using in military, defense project, and then now we use it in the household air purifiers. So this technology, the good point about this technology is with the added on of nano-selenium, which is derived from fruits, and then add on to this layer to give the capability of killing germs, So this filter is very good in killing germs and also remove odor. Okay, so in fact this is one of the very strong selling point in this product. Okay, nano-selenium. Then in fact, I think maybe later on, Jessica's side, if you need some info, they might give you some each filter's function or whatever, because they may not be able to remember.
It's in the brochure.
Yeah, it's in the brochure. Then you can. And the other thing is, when you want to sell air purifier, the first information you must master is your leaflet. When you give people, they will ask from there. Every question from there, you must be able to answer. I think you do your job already. Okay, I think that with whatever additional training, whatever info you have, I believe they will trust you more. Okay. And then as I say, you see, nano-selenium also under Nano Verified. Okay, and then the other one is our bio-HEPA. You will ask me why so special about our bio-HEPA. You can pass around, you see, in fact the bio-HEPA that we have been using, there's no really heavy smell and also no water rust marking one. Because why? We have coated this with a nanotechnology coating, we call it PREG, P-R-E-G, PREG. This is a special coating that we coated for the function of don't absorb water and kill germs. So that this unit basically don't allow the germs can replicate or can grow on top of it, because we also control the water absorptions. So that this will give you the longer lifespan of the usage for your HEPA. In the market just now, as I explained, there is an ordinary or normal HEPA. Normal HEPA doesn't come with this function. Okay? If people ask you, you got HEPA, they also got HEPA, why you call bio-HEPA? Then please explain. Our this HEPA is able, besides they can remove the PM2.5, we also can kill germs, and then we give you a longer lifespan. Okay? So, in fact, because we have coated this with a nano coating, that's why I say very good in kill bacteria and germs. And then PM2.5, equally good. You look at my just now the testing, you can see the testing. Very fast we achieve the PM2.5. If the longer lifespan, finally your user is save money because your lifespan is longer. Okay. So for this product, I think for bio-HEPA, basically, ideally it's between 3 to 6 months. You have to check. If the condition of your environment is bad, maybe 3 months you got to change. And then there a question your customer will ask you, if I don't change the filter, boleh tak? Okay, can. If you don't change the filter, meaning that all your electricity, all things on is wasted. It doesn't open. It doesn't take any more filter, any more particles. No, it will just, the machine will just run. Actually, it's not working anymore. So please get your user, remember, you prepare to buy the air purifier, always remember change the good filters. If not, the electricity you have and the unit you invested basically is a waste. Okay. Again, as I say, our bio-HEPA, the coating, we also obtain the nano verify and nano marking. Okay. And the last layer, which is the negative ion. Okay. In fact, this is the areas that always people ask a lot of questions. What actually negative ion for? Anybody can share with me? What is a negative ion for? Besides giving you a fresher air, and the other function is when the negative ion flow to that corners, if any dust particle being charged, the dust particle become heavier and then it will drop. Okay? If a person only sell you an air purifier only with negative ion, meaning what? He only drop the dust, make the air a little bit fresher, but doesn't kill germs, doesn't remove gases. And if this is a negative ion, they don't do well, don't control well, and design electronic control properly, it produces ozone. So this is something why we test our unit with the ozone test. The reason is because make sure all those electronic control, I say no ozone, nobody trusts you. If I tell you this has been tested with the test report, you don't need to explain. The thing, it works already. Okay? Because all those are tested under the independent labs, not what we say. Okay, I think basically the filtration technology, the section is finished. I have some questions I want to share with you. Can somebody tell me our total filtration technology, total filtration layer is how many? 6. Okay. Total physical filter is how many? 4. Can someone name me the first layer is what? Second layer? Oil filter. Third layer? Okay. Fourth layer? Okay. Good. So please remember, when you go and do your sales and marketing, don't go and look for menu. Just talk like that. People already trust you. Okay? In fact, all this information I try to organize for you so that when you perform sales and marketing with the leaflet that you have in hand, plus the handphone that you have in hand, I believe you can sell easily. Okay? Can somebody tell me, if someone asks you, the pre-filter can wash or not? Yes. The size of the hole, how big?
50 mesh.
Yes. So you understand 50 mesh, what is the meaning? It's 1 inch by 1 inch inside got 50 holes. Okay? The blue color, the bio oil filters, what is the function? Trap the oil. Okay. The bio-wave, the filters basically is manufactured from what? Natural minerals. Okay? If your customer say, after use, macam mana? Throw mana? You can reuse it as a soil. In fact, if you come to my office, all my flower pot is full of this. Because minerals is what the plant is needed. So actually this is something good for your environment. If you have a garden, I believe this is a fertilizer. Okay? The nano fresh filters, what is the good point? Kill bacteria, yes. Remove odor. This nano fresh filter, after we add on with the nano selenium, the purpose is to kill bacteria and the germs. And then the carbon clock, the nano fresh itself is very good to removing TVOC and odors. So that you see each layer, they come with a different function of it. And then there is another question out of it. For our nano fresh filter, the black color, the filters basically is under the water, you dip into the 100% water deep, is still working. And then if you burn with the fires, it's not flammable. Cannot burn. Okay? This is some additional for you. What is our bio HEPA, the selling point? Compare with others. Kill germs, coat with what? Prep. Okay? This prep is a special material with a nano grade coated on the HEPA, do not affect the function of PM 2.5, give you the additional function of don't absorb water, and then kill germs. Okay? So if someone tell you your HEPA and deobony HEPA, what is the difference? Then please explain to them. Okay? And then negative ions, what is the purpose? Drop the dust and then make the air more fresh. Actually, how they make the air more fresh basically is to balance the oxygen molecule between the plus and minus the charge, make it balanced. This is, but in the layman we call it make the air more fresh. But we don't need to zoom into that technical, but just make the air more fresh. Okay. Okay, I think for the filter side, I already finished. Okay, so as I say, always remember our filter comes with 6 layers of filtration, 4 layers, 4 physical items. Okay, and then always remember IAQ, the 3. Go to our filter. You remember the video graphic that I show you how it works. Okay, always remember that concept. Because when people ask you how you achieve this, then you can explain to them. But I really hope that that video can be on your handphone, and it helps you a lot to remember. Okay. As I say, everything we do, we go to facts and figures. You see, this air purifier being referenced for your information in terms of household air purifier, in terms of national standard, China is the most comprehensive one. Okay. So for Malaysia, you tanya saya, kita ada standard at this moment. I want to tell you, sorry, we don't have at this moment. Okay, so we are using China, the national air purifier standard, in China the pollutant standard, and China the indoor air quality standard, and China the building by law and the allowable building material indoor pollution control standard. Can you see that? In order to build this. As I say, we are very much selling on indoor air quality. As I say, the 3, don't forget. The 3, don't forget. And then you see all these are the test report, as I say, facts and figure. As a sales and marketing, if you come with the facts and figure, in fact, it's very much easier for you. You don't need to talk much. In fact, it's convinced. PM10, PM2.5, CADR, CCM, the grading. Okay, anything above 5 is considered top class. Okay. Then you look at TVOC, now CADR, P4 grade, Steffi and Ecolite, all come with the certificate. I think, as I keep on mentioning to you, the air purifier selling present moment in the market, they don't show any evidence of a certificate. You can share with your potential buyer and say, do you see any certificate? Do you see any test report? This is something you can share with them. And then you can see ammonia, formaldehyde, benzene. For your information, all these test report is international recognized because it's under accredited lab, international control. Okay. And then, in fact, this is some of the product audit in China. I think just give you a very quick browse through is. Anything you sell, anything you claim in China, the China Consumer Association will go market and buy the product, actually do the government lab test to audit your product, whether you're mislead and you're cheating the public. Okay? So in fact, our product, we have tested the same criteria, everything same under Shanghai audit, market audit, you see. Our product, we're ranking number 1. In terms of PM 2.5. Okay. In terms of formaldehyde, we are ranking number 2. The reason is because our machine is much smaller. Their one is a bigger machine. You see here CADR, you look at it, we are smaller because our machine is much smaller, and also our filter technology is different. But sometimes you don't look at the big or small. Most important thing is you must look at the efficacy, the performance, okay, in terms of indoor air quality. In fact, you look at it, from this market audit, they only can collect the sample to audit PM 2.5, formaldehyde, and you see, they only audit this one, formaldehyde, PM 2.5, only 3. I remember they only have 3. You know why they only have 3? The reason is because other products selling in the market, they never claim TVOC, they never claim ammonia because why? Their filter cannot do the job. So they only can do PM 2.5, CADR, and the formaldehyde, that's all. Other indoor air quality in terms of harmful gases, their filter can't handle it well, so they don't do the test. Okay, they don't claim. So that is a different. I believe in this market here, you will have the same. You know, other air purifier also having the same. Okay, if you talk about quality assurance, as I say, these are the areas that where we produce this particular unit. Okay, I browse very fast with you. This is the assembly line. Okay, this is the assembly line where we assemble our finished product. And then these are the testing facility in the labs, you know, where they do, when you do the research and development for the product, where you do the noise test, salt test, drop test, CADR test, speed test, and reliability test. Usually the reliability test of this unit have to burn in more than 9,000 hours before it launch into the market, and also test it until it fails. Okay? So, but this is an in-house testing facility, not the one that I showed you just now. That is a outside third party. And then basically these are some molding facility because they deal with a lot of automotive molding. And this factory comes with the, I think ISO certification, quality management system. They come with the environmental management system. And then I think this one, they come with the human rights. Because they export mainly to Europe, the factory need to take care of the human rights certification. And then I think this one is the automotive, another standard, you know, because they do a lot of car product. And then of course in China, they are also the air purifier members. And then this factory also comes with GMP certification. GMP, I think you're familiar when you're dealing with solution. So basically, I think I have finished my today's presentation. And then just to recap a little bit of, I hope you all must always categorize the information properly, as I said just now. Always remember this unit is selling based on IAQ, indoor air quality. The 3, always remember. I think I will hand this over the section to Jessica. Thank you so much.